Hello again. As you probably notice, and that is, you can now wear your veil and be a Muslim in the police force, which is interesting because while it takes great courage in the West to be a Christian, they seem to be promoting wholeheartedly the Muslim faith or the Muslim religion to such degree that you can now wear a veil and be a police, which I think would raise security issues because you don't know who you're dealing with behind the veil. However, the government saw it fit that there's nothing wrong with being a police or working in security or in the bank and wearing a veil. This contradicts the idea that Muslims can live in the West, without conflict in their religion. It's total contradiction. If you're having to make amendments for religious practices, then it means that your religion is not compatible with the values of the West. But try to explain that to these lunatic left-wing mental cases. You can't. However, what is interesting is that now Muslims are now become police. And it makes you question, why would these Muslims want to become police officers? Because if you look at I think it's Quran 3:28, where it says, do not take for friends Christians or Jews, meaning Buddhists are okay, witches are okay, anybody's okay, apart from Christians and Jews. Do not, these are the ones who are infidels. People seem to forget that when the Muslims are using the term infidels, they are not using it for Buddhists or witchcraft, but purely for Christians and Jews, because they have this psychological hang-up that their leader Muhammad was not a real prophet, and as a result they've been historically hammering this revenge on the Jews and the Christians, who are the people of the book. Notice nobody else attacked in the Quran, no other religion, only Christians and Jews. So you Muslims, you can become friends with witches, you can be friends with Satanists, but you can't be friends with Jews or Christians. Meditate on that for a while. What does that mean if you can't be friends with with Jews and Christians? Well, if I had children and I said, look, right, you're not allowed to be friends with that person down there because he's gay, he's a homosexual, you can't be friends with him. I wrote it down for my children. You cannot be friends with him. He's an infidel. Does my words change? No. I mean what I says. Do not be friends with that guy over there because he's gay. My words don't change. It means exactly what it does. Do not be friends with infidels. Now, Muslim must explain their scripture. Explain your text. When you says, do not become friends with Jews and Christians, do not become friends, stay away from them. Bearing that in mind, how do Muslims become effective police officers if you're not allowed to associate with those of a Christian background? How do you become effective police officers? How do you go about doing your job if all your enclave are going to be other Muslims? You can't go to the pub, you can't socialize. How do you become effective police officers and build relationships? It seems that our leaders don't know what they're doing. They haven't got a clue. They're so busy sucking the Arabs' big dick for oil that they will just about bring into British law anything, just as long as the oil dick is there for them to suck on. Another question for you Muslims. Already you cannot, it's so obvious, you cannot interact right with those who are Jews or Christians, yet you can become police officers. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. If you're becoming a police officer as a practicing Muslim, when it says kill the infidel, if I may find the scripture for you, in Quran 5:33, maim and crucify the infidels if they criticize Islam. Maim and crucify the infidels if they criticize Islam. In Quran 33, please tell me the context. If I says, look, if you criticize my music, if you criticize my music, and I says, look, maim and crucify anybody who criticizes my music. Did I mean it? As look, maim and crucify anyone who criticizes my music. Did I mean it? Of course I meant it. I write it down. Anybody who criticizes my music, kill him. Kill him. I say to my family and friends, this is my legacy. Kill them if they criticize my music. What are you going to say? My family and friends. Oh, that's what he said for that time. No, I meant it for all time. If you criticize my music, what I'm saying, kill him. Kill him. Don't you dare criticize my music. Don't you dare, never, ever criticize my music. If I said, if you dare criticize my music, cut your throat, maim you, kill you, I mean it. As a musician, I mean it. But now are you dead? But these Muslims are saying in Quran 5:33, maim and crucify the infidels if they criticize Islam. If you criticize Islam, you dare criticize it. He says, kill him. You can't even debate it. You can't even challenge it. In other words, they come along and give you Muhammad. You must believe it. You can't even critically think about it. No, kill you. If you dare criticize Islam, ask them, please, how do you play around that? If you maim, mean cripple you, twist you, break your neck. And crucify the infidels, meaning you're the infidel. If you dare criticize Islam, why the government not find Quran chapter 33? Now tell me, what is the context, please, Muslim? Look, I'm not going to censor this, right? If you talk sense, I'll allow your post. If you talk sense, what do you mean for that time? Muhammad says, if you dare criticize Islam, kill you. He didn't say for that time. He meant for all time. The Quran is not open to interpretation, no translation or annotation. There's no symbolic in it. It's as it is. You criticize my music as I cut your throat. Cut your throat. I mean it. But it's interesting. They don't mean that. In Quran 8:12, it says, terrorize and behead those who believe in scriptures other than the Quran. Terrorize and behead those who believe in scriptures other. It's in Quran 8:12. These Muslims always saying to the Westerners, the dopey Westerners, show us in the Quran, because they know you don't read. This is, you can't see the sunlight's in the way. Right? I'll give you the text. Challenge these Muslims. Terrorize. Quran 8:12. You'll never forget. Quran 8:12. Terrorize and behead those who believe in scriptures other than the Quran. Meaning, terrorize them. Terrorize them. I'm asking a policewoman, well, look, if I'm joyriding and she stopped me, I'm saying, look, you shouldn't be applying the English laws. You should be terrorizing me. Your duty to Islam is to terrorize me until I believe in your religion. You shouldn't be a police officer. Your mind should be on enforcing what your prophet Muhammad said. He says in Quran 9:1-3, make war on the infidels living in your neighborhood. Make war on the infidels living in your neighborhood. Say you go to school, normally go to college, go to work, and you live next door to your Muslim neighbor. He says make war. If you're not making war, then you're not being a Muslim. He says make war on the infidels living in your neighborhood. You're trying to mind your own business. And how do they make war? How? Without using the sword. If they haven't got power yet. Through dawah. Dawah. You know what dawah means? Charity. Oh, we Muslim, moderate Muslims open soup kitchens. Or they intermarry. Intermarry. Dawah. Showing us a nice face, a kind face, but behind it is still the spirit of Muhammad, a violent spirit. All these silly women, Theresa May, Angela Merkel, Islam is peace. You watch, I make a prediction. 2 to 5 years from now, England is finished. Look, write this down right now and call me a liar. 2 to 5 years. 2, that's what I'm giving you. You wretched brutes, right? 2 years and the white man in England is finished. When you talk about the white man, 2 years from now and you're finished. When you take it out of the black people, I'm not a Muslim. As in 2 years from now, your race is finished. No, I didn't sell you out. Your government sold you out. Those that look like you sold you out. Your own white people, your own left-wingers sold you out. Your own white feminists sold you out. I'm trying to help you, white man. I'm trying to help you to save your country. Get a petition. Get a petition for justice and truth. Get a petition. Let me become your prime minister, and believe me, I'll kick out these Muslims. I'll kick them out. I'll do a Donald Trump special. Your own white people are letting you down. Your own white people are committing genocide on your race. Your own white people are doing that to you. Not me. I'm on your side. I know the dangers of Islam. I know the dangers of it. You better show some public spirit. Show some public revolution. Some people's revolution. And get your government out of office. Or otherwise, as I predicted, 2 to 5 years from now, the white race in England is finished. Never mind America. The white race in England. Look at Paris. Romantic Paris. Ow! Romeo and Juliet. Ow! The Eiffel Tower. Full of Muslims. Look like Pakistan. Look like Pakistan. Paris. My brother went there with his lovely wife. And I was hoping to hear some beautiful stories, you know, even his lovely wife, you know, walk around the Eiffel Tower and, you know, traveling a gondolier. Beautiful. I had all these movie scenes going through my mind, you know. And my brother came back and when he returned, he said, it's like Pakistan. It's like Pakistan, full of Muslims. Paris! I couldn't make that of what? Paris! Romantic Paris! The age of the white race has come to an end. And what's shocking, it was white people that destroyed white people. Liberals, trannies, white feminists, LGBT, all these homosexual freaks. They're the ones that gave calls to Islam to grow. You destroyed the Christian faith. You destroyed the church, and you allowed the devil to come into your island. You deserve to perish. You destroy Christianity. You destroy the arm of God. Then you will see what comes to your country. Write it down. Predict it. Write it down. This is my prophecy. You destroy the church. Now you'll see what kind of evil spirit God will let loose onto your nation. You can't even be a Christian without being persecuted, not only by Islam, but your goddamn government. You want cheap laughter? You just make a Christian joke. But and for it, you will punish. You mark my words for it, you will punish. The tides, God will hold back the tides. Hold it back. And then suddenly, when he can't take any more, he'll drown the whole of England, and you'll be swimming and drowning under the cultural wave and intensity of Islamic control. 2 to 5 years, I give it to you. 2 to 5 years. You don't know who the hell you're messing with. As I said to you, I didn't do it. The white race did it to themselves. You want to butter up the LGBT. You want to butter up the white feminists. You don't even understand the psychology and philosophy behind it. And now the white race is over. Islam will take control. Your nation is finished. Your nation is finished. One more text. One more text. This is a brutal Quran 47:4. 47:4. Do not hanker for peace. Listen very carefully. Do not hanker for peace with the infidels. Oh, Islam is peace. Islam is peace. Muhammad said no. Muhammad said, do not hanker for peace with the infidels. What did Muhammad say? Do not hanker for peace. Behead them. Take the head off. When you catch them, do not hanker for peace. You're tired, you're running. And I'm tired, I'm tired. Oh, I don't give a damn if you're tired. Chop his head off. You say, peace, peace, peace. Stop your peace. Kill him. Unless you become Muslims. You Muslim converts, explain your literature. Explain it. You sit on your TV with all the Oxford and Cambridge so-called professors? No, they're scared to go all out with a Mike Tyson punch. They're scared. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of none of you. Read it. Quran 5:33. Maim and crucify the infidels if you criticize Islam. You say I can't criticize it. You white man, you are supposed to be the best in literature, the best. And you're allowing the Muslims to tell you how to understand literature. The white man is supposed to be clever. Yet the Muslims are fooling your brain, putting a Muslim spell, a Turkish delight on your brain and telling you, oh no, it doesn't mean that. When he said, if I says, look, I don't want my sons, my daughters to play with that gay man over there, I'm not the infidel. Hello? If I don't want them to play with that homosexual, I don't play with them. What the hell do I mean? I don't really mean it. This is how left-wingers have allowed Islam to come in with their hip hocus-pocus nonsense. 2 to 5 years. Mark this video, time and date. 2 to 5 years. The reign of the white race has come to an end. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. The white man did it to himself. The white man did it to himself. You went amongst your bounties, giving all these strange rights to LGBT and all these people who want to attack Christianity. You went all out and pacified the white feminists who also had to go Christianity, and for that you will die the death. You fools! Don't you see it was Christianity that was maintaining the foundation? Don't you see it was Christianity that was maintaining order and peace? But you betrayed Christianity, and for that, you will see the wrath of God when He lets Islam loose around the world, riding the horses of death, of apocalypse. When the Muslims start to rise up with power, they're becoming police, they're becoming councillors, they're becoming MPs. They know what they're doing. Through Dawah, they will gain power. You, the white man, you were not clever enough to see through the evil. You're not clever enough. But you'll be preoccupied with the race war between black and white. It was distraction tactics. The Muslims were taking over your world.